Speaking of excited, I could not be more excited for Brady Hiestand taking on Fernie Garcia at UFC Vegas 65. Brady Hiestand 5-2 overall, 3-2 in his last 5. He is coming off a split decision loss in his UFC debut, and he's taking on Fernie Garcia, who's 10-2. Fernie is 4-1 in his last 5. He's coming off a loss in his official UFC debut. And it should be an interesting fight because Fernie Garcia is a well-rounded guy. He's got a lot of pressure in his striking. He can counter-strike as well. Typically, when he's on the wrong side of a striking exchange, he can grapple. He'll drop, he'll shoot, he'll look to grapple. He is coming off that loss to Journey Newsom, where he said a million times going into that fight, I'm going to wrestle, I'm going to wrestle, I'm going to use my wrestling. And he didn't. And it was frustrating, and that's what cost him that fight. Brady Hiestand, on the other hand, is coming off the loss to Ricky Tercios, where he did wrestle. He had 6 takedowns, 8 minutes of control time, but he still somehow got outstruck 82-201. There's only 15 minutes in a fight. He spent 8 of them in a control position, and he still had his strikes more than doubled, which is not great. Somebody commented that his knee was blown out in that fight, and he didn't get surgery, and he needed – I have no idea, but Brady Hiestand's a dominant grappler. Fernie Garcia should have grappled in his last fight and didn't. I still think Brady's going to win this. Because if he has any of the pressure and any of the takedown volume that he had against Ricky, he should blow through Fernie, get the takedowns, get the control, just ride high and stay safe. So Brady's going to be the pick here. I'll probably play a couple of more on takedown prop bets, whether it's through Bet Online or Prize Picks. But for sure, I'm going Brady here. I think you're on the other side, right?
I am not, but I0 had a good point in the Discord. If you look at Brady's 5 wins, they are against people with a combined record of literally like 2 and like 30 or something like that. I think one of them's like 0-6, one of them's 1-12, one of them's 0-5. So he's winning those fights, but this is a guy that hasn't really been tested. But with that said, against a kind of dangerous dude in Pretty Ricky, a weird guy to fight, he did hold his own, right? It's not like he came in, fought a UFC caliber guy, he got steamrolled. Like you said, he got the takedowns, he was looking good, looking like at least he knew what he was doing in there, not some like just regional bum. But this is a test for him. I mean, this is a test versus a guy that Fernie Garcia is mostly a boxer in my mind. You mentioned the takedowns. I see him as kind of a poor man's Adrian Yanez. I mentioned that, I think, in my breakdown video, my quick pick video yesterday. A lot of boxing, not a lot of kicks. So in the stand-up, it's just hands, hands, hands. I think he's probably the more dangerous guy in this matchup, where Brady, you saw him kind of get tired in that Pretty Ricky fight. The reason he was getting tired is because Pretty Ricky is like absolutely, that guy is nonstop. You try and take him down, he is nonstop on the ground. So Brady was constantly trying to control positions. If Brady can get a takedown on Fernie, I think he's able to kind of relax and control the positions a little bit more than he did against Pretty Ricky, and that's where I see his path to victory. But I don't love it. I don't love the competition he's fought. I don't like his, his overall athletic abilities as far as like an MMA complete fighter. I like his wrestling in this fight. Yeah. But if Fernie comes in, stuffs a couple takedowns, and this turns into a boxing match, I'm going to take Fernie 100%. So my pick is Brady for the wrestling. But I put a bet on Fernie, and that's for the premium members. You guys can become a premium member. WeWantPicks.com, only $10 a month. And you can see kind of the bets I've been sprinkling. And, it's kind of one of those underdog plays I'm looking at a little bit. I think Fernie's the dog, right? Yeah, I think he's the dog.
He is the dog. Yeah, a medium-sized dog.
Yeah, plus 140 now. Yeah.
And thank you, Pepe. Pepe Sylvia, with the $20 super chat. Rounding up for you, bud. With the $20 super chat, Black Beast by Bear Hug Submission. We're not on that fight yet. Thank you very much for the super chat. We are not on that fight yet, but it's not ridiculous.
A bear hug versus a polar bear. That's a little like double entendre there.
Well, and it's not absurd that he wins by just some weird Superman strength type nonsense. That's not completely out of the question.
One of the best videos ever is jiu-jitsu does not work on Derek Lewis.
Yeah, he just
bench presses people off. Like he's on like a deep Kimura, and he's like, nope, it just shoves them off.
No, I mean, we'll break down that fight in a few minutes. Pepe, thank you very much. Genuinely appreciate it. And Oliver, we
love Oliver.
Silver-tongued, I think you're British with a name like Oliver. 3 months of membership. Thank you very much. Jacob, thoughts on Angelo being built like a Teletubby? I didn't see that part. I wouldn't have pinned this.
What Teletubby do you think you'd be? Are you a Teletubby? Do you know the Teletubbies? You got kids, so I don't know if they still do the Teletubby thing or not.
I have kids. You know what? You know what I've been listening
Speaking
to
of,
all day.
oh, I thought you were going to talk about the guy that was like, your Instagram should be private.
No, there is some weirdo that's determined to see pictures of my children on Instagram. But you know what soundtrack or songs I've been listening to? You're not going to know. JoJo Siwa on freaking loop.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to come back like a boomerang. That's all I hear from my girls.
What's the rest of it? Keep singing. I actually might know it. Keep going.
Dun, dun, dun. Don't you come back like a boomerang? The haters can't keep you down. Dun, dun, dun. I'm gonna come back
I think I know it. Keep going.
like a boomerang. Dun, dun, dun. Don't you know? You get it? Pull up the spot. If you had Shazam, that would have been it. Anyway.
Do people do that? That's still a thing.
I'm not a Teletubby. That's that. I like Brady. You like Brady. I think he's worth $8,500 for sure. All those takedowns, all that control time. Even in a loss, he scored really well in his last fight. It's not great. Just hitting those notes really ripped my throat. Their shreds.
You need some honey and some tea. That's what I do before I sing for all my women.
When I'm, it sure will. When I'm losing my voice, I go hot toddy. Especially now that I live in the South. Big hot toddy fan. Big hot toddy fan. You know what hot toddy is?
There was a song.
What are we doing?
It's a hot toddy song. I mean, there's a hot toddy song. I'm trying to remember it. I mean, that was like, I think it's like an Usher song. I think it's Usher says something about hot toddy. It was a banging song too. If I think of it, oh boy, we're in for a treat.
There we go. This is why they want us on Spotify so bad, which we are. By the way, if you want to listen to us instead of watch us, do you agree with Brady in DraftKings because the takedown and control potential?
It is a song by Usher. Oh, called Hot Toddy.
Can you just answer the question while you pull up your Spotify?
I don't give a shit at this point. Now I just want to listen to the song, but now we will get rocked if I listen to it.
Yeah, we sure will. DraftKings.
Oh. What was the question?
Is Brady worth $8,500? I said he is.
No.
What do you mean no? All those takedowns? All that control?
I have a bet on Fernie, so I'm not real high on a guy that has 5 wins against people that are 2-30 combined. So
I got to see how many points he scored against Ricky in a loss. Anyway, they're asking me to put your quick pick video on Spotify. You need to send me the file. I'll do it. You need to send me the file though, which then complicates this whole thing. Actually, maybe I can download it from YouTube. I'll figure it out. Monkey Knife Ice Strike Line, I'm not going to touch it because if Brady's getting all the takedowns, all the control, how the hell is Fernie going to get the 42? But Brady was also hit in the face 200 times in a fight where he had takedowns and control. So I'm not going to touch.
Is that
Monkey
short
Knife
for
Fight.
something?
What?
Fernie? Or is that just a name?
I think it's his name.
Have you met a Fernie before? It's Fernando. That makes sense. Okay.
I've never met a Brady.
Huh? Brady Quinn?
I know the guy.
Probably should.
No Brady's. Guys, go to WeWantPicks.com/bet. Sign up. Make a deposit. We'll send you $50 as a thank you.